lovelies. So today we're going to do a style that is really, really easy. And most of you probably already know how to do it. But I've gotten a couple requests recently, and I noticed something else that we're going to tie in. So today we're going to do double Dutch pigtails. I know, ooh. Those of you that already know how to Dutch braid are probably thinking, well, if you can do one, you can do two, right? Technically, you should be able to. But I did have a couple gals write in to ask how I get mine nice down and even down the back of my head, because theirs are kind of slipping to the side. So I'm going to show you how I do mine, and hopefully that'll work out. The second part is that some of my gals, especially my gals with a little bit more length, have a problem when they braid that the ends of their hair braid together and then they end up with the mess. So I'm going to show you a couple tips to keep the ends of your hair from braiding together and being crazy. So let's start. My hair is wavy because I did sleep in braids last night, but it doesn't matter. So what we're going to do, of course, is to make sure we don't have any tangles, per the usual. And we're going to split down the middle, part our hair, and braid. So take a hair stick or a chopstick or whatever have you, and try and go in a straight line right down the middle. I also run my finger down like so, which really helps so that I definitely have two pieces. And you'll notice it does part pretty evenly. So I'm going to tie this side off and out of the way. Where is my, there it is. Alrighty, so it won't be all up in the other side that we're braiding. And we will get started. So what we are doing is a Dutch braid. I'm doing Dutch instead of French just because my own personal preference are Dutch braids. I like Dutch better than French, although I still use French a lot. And oddly enough, it was French braided yesterday because I find a French braid easier to sleep on than the Dutch. Since the Dutch sits on top, for some reason it feels bigger, even if it's technically the exact same amount of hair, so whatever. Any hoodles. So we start as per the usual with our beginning section, separate it out. I am looking in the mirror just to get the top going, and then I'll just turn around so you guys can see how to go about braiding. Sorry, it's cool down here today, so I'm wearing a sweater, but yeah, my bathroom isn't exactly cold. So, Dutch is different than French because we go under instead of on top, as in from the outside. Go under, and then we add. Next piece. Alrighty, here we go. Now you'll notice when I braid that I separate my hair all the way down the length. This helps keep it from tangling at the bottom, as in the bottom braiding itself. You will also notice that when I braid, make sure I got this section, I come under and then I run my hand down all of it, because that keeps the bottoms from braiding. This is how every single braid I do, I run my hand down the whole thing. Now, some people might argue that this makes me a slower braider, which, you know, is valid, but my hair doesn't tangle at the bottom because I do this. Now, I know the big question is, what about those of us who can't reach the end of our hair? Which I do know a few gals who are at knee length, and guess what? They can't reach. So my friend Kathleen, the always beautiful Kathleen, told me about a shimmy shake you can do if the ends of your hair braid together. Apparently, what she says all you have to do is that if the ends of your hair are braided up, if you just kind of do this number right, and give it a little shake, it'll fall out. Because you only need one section to actually fall out in order for you to get it loose. And that's it. So as you can see, oh, we're almost to the end. Do our last two pieces. Again, like I said, separating clear to the ends makes a huge difference. My hair does not tangle at the ends. Oddly enough, I'm going to have to try and get mine to tangle at the end so we can try out Kathleen's technique. I know it's, you see, I'm so used to doing it this way. So let's try braiding without doing that. Oh, it's killing me. Okay, so my ends should be, they are a little tangled. So if we just give it a shake while we hold it, you will then be untangled. Yay! Now, where am I? Hopefully there. I'm ready to flip over my shoulder. Alrighty. Now that we are flipped over and we can actually see what's happening, since we are Dutch braiding and everything was going underneath, it continues to do so, but since it's over our shoulder, it's now to the front. Underneath, if it was on the back of our head. See how that works out? So that's how we finish our braid. And as you can see, since I hold my hands back when I braid, just like when I braid on the back of my head, my braids tend to not gravitate towards the side. They actually stay pretty much towards the back. That's just how I do it. So I'm going to finish this braid, and then I'm going to do the other side, and then we'll have a treat. How about them apples? Okay, I'll be back in a sec. Hello, we're back. We have two braids. Da-da-da-da. Oh, sorry, it was hot in here. All right, as you can see, we now have Dutch pigtails. Yay. So now I'm going to show you a trick on how to take this from schoolgirl to librarian. As in, you know, a juvenile hairstyle to a grown-up hairstyle. Even though I'm a grown-up, I still wear my hair this way, and I don't care. So, I'm going to take a stick. This one is relatively long. I guess it's probably, I don't know, I can't measure. I know it's more than 6 inches. We'll say it's about 8 inches. I'm not sure. That's almost a foot. Yeah, it's probably 9 inches. I wear an 8.5, so it's a little longer than that. So we're going to take our long hair stick and run it through under our pigtails. Try and make it even. Ta-da-da! We're going to cross them over. Some of you will recognize this as a Chinese bun. I don't know why it's called a Chinese bun, but that's what they call it. Da-da-da. There we go. And around one more time. And up. And now we can tuck the ends in up here. Now, in order to keep this totally secure, I'm going to spin pin it. I do love my spin pins. So I'm going to spin pin it because the spin pins hide really well. I have extras. I bought extras. Where did they go? You know, you would think by this time that I would be better organized. And yet it has not happened. So yeah. Spin pin. Okay, we're going to do 2 to hide the ends, and I'm going to do 1 on the bottom because I am taking this stick out. And I'm going to replace it with something a little prettier. This is the stick I usually use for, let me just double check, make sure my bun looks good. It does. This is the stick I will use to get my hair up, but it is not necessarily the prettiest thing in the world, as you can see. So I found these lovely things on eBay. I got a dozen of them for like $2. China. So I'm going to use 2 red and a black because they match me. Actually, let's do a red one, a black one, and a white one because they will match my skirt I made. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take out the plain wooden one And then I'm going to put in these cool ones. It'll take more than one, of course, just for the simple fact that these are a little flimsier, but I bought them because they were pretty, not because they were, you know, awesome. So there we go. Ta ta ta! Isn't that cute? See, now it's a grown-up hairstyle. Dangly bobs because I'm a dork. So any hoodles, I hope that helped some of you with your braiding, especially the tangly ends. I hope it helped the few girls that wrote in asking, what am I doing wrong? Why can't I do pigtails? It's just not working. Yeah, just hold your hands behind your head like you're doing a regular French or Dutch braid. And you just have to move it slightly to the side to accommodate. That's all. As always, take hair from both sides first before you braid. I think that also helps in keeping your hair untangled because you have your strands all sorted out before you start winding them together, if that makes sense. And practice. It's really easy. Once you get it down, you're not even going to have to use your brain. Like, I don't have to look in the mirror to do it anymore. It's automatic. It's so easy. I mean, it's hard to get the hang of it, but once you've got it, you're gravy. Alrighty, that's it for me today. I told you it was easy. It wasn't anything difficult. I will put a link in the bar about where I got my dangly bobs on eBay, because I know you guys like to get all the frou-frou crap like I get. Or, you know, maybe she'll have something that's not quite as tacky as the things I like. She has beautiful things, and she has sparkly things, and she has fabulous things, so, and she's really easy to deal with and super sweet. So, any hoodles, I just wanted to help you out a little today, so I hope you try that one, and let me know if it worked for you. Ta-da! Alrighty, I guess that's all for me. Oh, we have a really interesting hairstyle coming up for all my gals out there who like the period styles. Someone sent me in a picture of a Botticelli painting and asked me, do you think this is real hair or is this a wig? Do you think we could do it? With some slight modifications, we can totally do it. So we have a Botticelli coming up, which will be really fun. Alrighty, until next time, everybody, have a great day. Bye.